In this lesson, we'll be looking at how to administer a local area network. We did talk about local area networks in the last session, but just to make you not overthink what we're talking about here, just think of it this way. Once you are using your phone to give your computer Wi-Fi, you have already set up a local area network. Once you are sharing resources, let's say your pictures or your music via Share It or Bluetooth, you're already using a local area network. So local area networks we are literally talking about a small network or a small part of the network, because it could go both ways. You could be working for a company and then administering the local area network for that company, but that doesn't limit that network to the part that you administer. But also you could be setting up your own local area network, just like in the example I gave you of your Bluetooth or your Share It and so forth. So basically a local area network is a simple, small network. Network, it means two or more computers or two or more devices are now talking to each other, or two or more devices are now communicating with each other. The moment we say they are talking to each other or they are communicating with each other, we mean they are able to transfer information from one to another. This could be your pictures, this could be your documents, whatever information they are able to communicate with each other over. That then makes them be in a network, because in all fairness, you might actually have devices that never communicate with each other. You might have devices that never see each other on a network and so forth. So those will not be in the network. So a network is a matter of these devices being able to communicate. There are many rules that then make it possible for these devices to communicate, and we'll look at some of those rules. These rules are actually then what we call the settings that make it possible. So whenever you are controlling any settings on your computer, on your phone or anything, you are literally just changing the rules or in how whatever that machine should actually operate. So sometimes you might actually be telling it that this particular device should not be able to enter this network, or without this particular password, devices should not be able to join this network, and so forth. So once you have put that in place, you have actually set up the rules of how that particular network works. So this is what we're literally talking about when you say administering a local area network. This can change depending on the operating system that you are using. We did talk about your Windows 7, your Windows 8, your Windows 10, and other operating systems such as your Android that are available out there. All of them have got different ways in which you could edit these rules to make sure that you are able to achieve what you're supposed to achieve. So just put that in mind. But at the end of the day, once we are changing these settings, or once we are administering our local area networks, we are literally just changing these particular settings or changing these rules to make sure that they suit our needs. Sometimes it's for security purposes, or sometimes it's just to make sure that the network gets faster. Maybe you're actually deactivating some of the security factors, because just remember, the more security there is, even physically, if there's more security at any entrance, let's say to a stadium or to an airport, it also means the more slow the movement of people. So something, the more security you set up on your network, that also means the slower your network then becomes. So just keep that in mind. So that sometimes might be something you need to keep in mind. Sometimes you might sacrifice security for speed, or sometimes you might sacrifice speed for security. That also depends on your setup, depends on where you are and the type of person you are, and so forth. So these are some of the things that we take into consideration when we are talking about administering a local area network. I think this has been justice to introducing what we're looking into. Let's meet on the next video as we dig deeper into administering of our local area networks.